Sports. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going right back to Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. A give up the middle to Akers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to be up a third and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll dump this off to Akers.
Personal foul, unnecessary gunning, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's got it down to the 28. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense.
Oftentimes when you see how they bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up
shotgun now with Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of the team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on their first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Clifton. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10, and able to get this to the 31. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 22 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Clifton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Purdy. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and it has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game. And, Charles, ultimately it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Clifton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. It's incomplete. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Clifton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Marshall. Bounce across the 30-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. On 1st down, Clifton buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down, Clifton. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Clifton. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
He sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Clifton. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Purdy off the play fake. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Purdy. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Rams! Terrace Marshall, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have moved out in front. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton to the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Up the middle, here's Walker. Shifts past him at the 45. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Walker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Clifton. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifton, left side here. That's the tight end Fant. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Fant. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. That'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
Ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout. They can sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Bryan Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some talent. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing on 1st down, Clifton. And a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Clifton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. His throw incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
ready to throw it on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Purdy. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st down, Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, "Get me out," after the run down to the end zone. He said, "I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in." And he carries it across the goal line.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fielded right around the 8. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Clifton. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down, Clifton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Clifton. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the bootleg, Clifton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told it puts him now for 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Back to throw, Clifton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy. Over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll go with Akers here up the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 88 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He will push his way down to about the 14. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Purdy. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Akers. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. The suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, Clifton. That's caught over the middle by Fant. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifton. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down moment.
Well, I would have figured out to the 9-yard line on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. 37 yards on the punt with no return. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Purdy looking to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Clifton. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Clifton. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw. Clifton. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Walker looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Going right back to Akers. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's the option. Running right. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, the defense has been pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 5. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. With such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.